Good morning. It is day 5 of Six Summer, and we're about to hit the road. We are in Clinton, Iowa. All right. We've kind of split off from the pack a little bit, and last video ended a little bit abruptly. We pulled up, had a feed, and then we did some tuning stuff with Zane. So he's pulled a heap of fuel out of it. We think we've got some sort of weird pressure problem that's making the fuel, the pressure spike, but therefore the car running mega rich. So he's pulled a heap of fuel out of it so it isn't diving into the 8s, you know. We did an initial tune and we got it in, you know, it would dive into the 9s and then come back into the low 10s, which, you know, is still super rich. So he's pulled out more, and we haven't tested that. We're going to be testing that this morning. It is wet this morning and we're on drag radials. It's the only tyres we got, so we'll just run with those. We'll just take it easy. As I said, we're running late. The track is about an hour away, and we need to get there. We need to get some 93 fuel into the car, and because we struggled to find 93 yesterday afternoon, so we ended up having to put 5 gallons of 91 into it. And then we were just exhausted, so we found the nearest major town we could think of, which was here, and booked a hotel and just crashed it. Like, we got to bed at 10:30, which is actually kind of early for us, but we were in bed at 10:30 and woke up at 6:30. So it's like the most sleep we have had, or I've had, in a fortnight. That's what it feels like. Yeah, so we're well rested, but we need to get food, and we need to get fuel, and we need to get on the road and get to Byron so we can go make some passes today. As I said yesterday, we're having issues with the shifter. Like, it is not getting first gear. We're not finding first gear at all in this thing. So we need to work out if we can get first gear, because we need it to get off the line, because this thing is a slug off the line. On the road, accelerates quite well. Off the line, it's a bit sluggish, and obviously the air fuels are really affecting that as well. So if we can sort out the air fuels and the shifter, hopefully we can get something more representative today, because I'm disappointed in, you know, running a 15.6, and I'm sure, well, let's face it, there have been quite a few people who have let me know they're disappointed as well. Some of them very vehemently, and you're like, guys, I know things are not going well. I am quite aware that things are not going well. You don't need to tell me that things are not going well. I know. So I wish it was all going much better. That's all right. We'll get through today, hopefully with a much better time today. We will run it until they stop letting us run. That's my plan. Let's just go and try and improve and improve. You know, I'm not even going to name a time. Let's just go and run a PB today. I've got my Harry Chevelle shirt on today, so hopefully the big fella's looking out for me today. Been thinking a lot about him this week. You know, these events. You know, both Harry and I really loved this drag and drive stuff, and I miss the big guy and wish he was here, and he would be, you know, he would be giving me shit to no end, I'm sure, but hopefully the big fella's looking out for me today. So let's get on the road, let's get to Byron, let's make some passes. Hopefully we have a good day. Okay, so we finally found some 93. Good old Shell V-Power. Don't want that. Okay, remove nozzle. All right, it's actually been a bit of a struggle to find 93. So 93 here is our 98, all right, because they measure it via we have a different formula to the way they measure it. And, but yeah, basically 93 is 98 back home. Now 98 back home, you can find just about anywhere, but 93 seems to be a bit of a struggle here. We've been to so many, I'll say servos, but gas stations. Been to so many that just have 91 or just have 87. Like, they have no choices other than 87. 87 is like, you know, 91. it's poo. You don't want that, especially with this thing. So yeah, thought it'd take more than that. We gave it 5 gallons yesterday on the trip of 91, and just to help get us where we're going, it's just taken 8 gallons there of 93. So it's not too bad. We thought we were really going to run out last night because we hadn't filled up for quite a while, but it's doing all right. So we have fuel for the car. We need fuel for humans. We'll see if there's anything edible in this joint. So we've got our fuel, and we went inside, and the pickings were slim, I've got to say. So what have we got? We've got ho-hos, donettes, and ding-dongs. All the best from Hostess. Yeah, like I said, there was not a lot in there. It's all right. We need something to eat. Let's get on the road. Back over the Mississippi. It's really been a bit of a Mark Twain trip. I mean, we've been hovering around the Mississippi basically the whole time I've been in America, which is, yeah. Interesting. All right. So let's try a ho-ho. Tried a couple of the donettes, like little baby donuts. Oh wow, that's actually pretty good. Wow, talk about a sugar rush. It's quite tasty though. Soft and creamy. So it's rained pretty consistently since we left Clinton, and on these drag radials, it's wow. My butt has a very good grip on the seat at the moment. You get those grooves in the road, and all the water sits in the grooves. You got to stay off them because you get on those grooves, and then she gets very squirrely. And yeah, so progress is a little bit slower than usual this morning. We're probably traveling around 45 to 50 mile an hour most of the time. I'm trying to hog the center line a little bit. Yeah, see, I had to move over there away from a truck, but I'm trying to ride the center line a bit. But when oncoming traffic comes, I've got to sort of move over a bit. That's when I get in those grooves, and it gets, yep, we start to pull over again. Yeah, this is not a fun experience, I've got to say. So next time we're towing a trailer or something and swapping tyres, because drag radials in the wet, they suck. Jesus Christ. Got a bit of corn out there. Oh, Jesus. Big trucks. Get off the groove. Well, we're coming into Byron. It's been a wet and windy and very sketchy drive in. Obviously, I don't know if they've had any racing here because it's still sprinkling quite a bit. Certainly what I would determine too wet to race. I suppose now is the time we tell everyone our dirty little secret, which is the brake lights don't actually work on this car. We've been using the momentary switch on the shifter to activate the brake lights because when we pulled the pedal out to do all the stuff, it damaged the brake light switch in some way that it just wouldn't work. And it's really been frustrating, but you know, we just hit the momentary button, let everyone we're pulling up, and it's been all good. Here we are, Byron Raceway. Wow, we have made it. All right, we've landed. Obviously there's been no racing, so we'll see what's going on, unpack the car, and yeah, get some laps in. So here we are at Byron Raceway, hopped up on ho-hos and ding-dongs. We've made the journey. It's very wet this morning, or was on the roads. Had very butt-clenching, you know, knuckle whitening drive to get here. But we're hoping we'll get some racing today. It is clearing up a little bit. So we're going to just go out and see if we can find a tarp just to cover our stuff, just in case it does come down again. I don't want to have all our stuff soaked, especially all my clothes to get home. But yeah, we made it to Byron. So we're going to get some racing today. Zane is waiting patiently for me to do a bit of a street hit and tell him where the air fuel's at the moment. I mean, it's 2 a.m. back there in the morning. So we might, yeah, we'll go across the river, see if we can find a tarp, maybe give it a street hit, see where the air fuel's at, and see if he needs to make any adjustments. Cruised here beautifully, did everything fine. But yeah, we want to run some numbers today. You know, I know everyone would have watched the last video and gone 15.6. I mean, yeah, I'm as disappointed as everyone. So, you know, let's try and make it better today. That works. That's fine. Should be working now. Yep. Alright, good. Cool. Alright, so we've just ducked across the river. Did a bit of a street hit just to test some stuff out. Air fuel's definitely in the ballpark now. And then we also saw a sports bar, so we stopped in at Wheezy's to grab a counter meal, have something that didn't come out of a gas station. Yeah. So anyway, we're heading back to the track. Everything's looking remarkably dry now. It's dried up real fast, so yeah. So hopefully we can get out the track and actually get a decent pass. All right. Yeah. Looking forward to this. It didn't really, you really got to just sort of jump on it. So it didn't shift that time. That's weird. Really needs those rear shocks replaced. So the call's been made. We're out here in the staging lanes. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon already. The lighting's different here in the US. It's a weird thing you don't realise that kind of feels like, 11 o'clock, but it actually is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And yeah, we're going to just try and make the best of this as we can. We've got first gear happening properly now, so let's go out and make some passes with this thing, try and get a decent run.
I was really hoping to line up with you because I heard my truck and your Fairmont are about equal. I went 15.3.
Sorry?
I went 15.3.
Well, I'm hoping this will do a bit better this time.
Why, what'd you do now?
Fix the shifter and get first gear now.
Well, that's a bonus.
It was launching in second gear, so yeah.
Oh. So we're going to go for a low 13?
I'm hoping. Well, look, anything quicker than a 15.6 at the moment's a win, so...
Hey, you're here. That's a win. That is the win.
So I got to rev it out a little bit more in first gear, but that felt like a pretty clean pull. I forgot to look at the gauge. Yeah, I forgot to look at the air fuel gauge because too busy watching the speedo. We're at over 55, 100 mile an hour in first gear, but she had first gear, so that is a bonus. Alright, is it good news or bad news? Thank you. 14.9. That's a good start. So we get a 14 out of it. Alright, how do we get this thing down in the 13s? Okay, so we just ran our first 14. 14.90, 95.5, so best ET in mile an hour so far. I know I can rev it out more in first gear. So I kind of went as far as I dared, and then I just went, and then, but it's definitely got high gears in it. I reckon it's got 2 7 gears in it, so I think we can rev it out more in first and just run through the traps in second. We'll try that. This time I'm going to try and watch the air fuel gauge because I didn't even look at it last time, so I can try and give Zane some information and see if there is anything to be gained there. But hey, we're in the 14s. That's not so embarrassing now. So let's try and get it into the 13s somehow, but I'm not sure how we're going to get there, but we'll try. 7.8. We are improving all the time. Right, so we have made 2 passes today so far, a 14.9 and a 14.6. We're getting faster all the time, but we've reached the point where Troy has to leave me. Troy's got to head home. He's left his... So the story is, Troy showed up here on Sunday and he helped me out, and he helped me out till 1 o'clock in the morning. And then he showed up again Monday. Remember, on Monday, I got the car running outside Advance Auto, dragged it here. As soon as I showed up here, Troy appeared and he helped me all afternoon. And then we got to the point and I said, look, what are you doing for the rest of the week? And he said, I'm on a tour with my girlfriend, but to be honest, I'd love to come if you would like to have me. So we just, yeah. We didn't know each other before Sunday. Never met, never talked before Sunday. And Troy has joined me and he's been amazing, and he's helped me all through the week, holding the camera, videoing, doing tools, cleaning the car, checking fluids. He's been amazing. Troy, thank you so much for all your efforts. The guy is a legend. He's just a lovely guy. And now he's got to head back to his girlfriend and make it up to her, because he's been away for, well, 5 days, 5-6 days. So he's got to drive back, and they're going to continue their little RV tour of America before they head back to Nevada. Mate, thank you very much.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah.
I loved every second of it, and I want to do it again.
No, it's been amazing, because these trips bring out the best and worst in people, and Troy's just been amazing. It's just like, I've traveled with so many people over the years who have just lost their shit halfway through the trip, and it all gets very pear-shaped after that. But Troy's been amazing, and we have struggled. There's been massive struggle, and yet the whole time it's been fine. Everything is fine. We can push through this. It's all going to be good, and that's the attitude to have, mate. It's been amazing. Shake this hand, because the other one's holding the camera. But so I'm going to try and push on tonight. We'll try and get some more runs, but Troy's got to hit the road. Mate, thank you. We're going to have to do this again next year.
I hope so. Thank you.
No worries. Thanks, mate. So that's the Project Prime Corvette that Cletus said in a recent video that he would sell for $1,000. And I tell you what, I thought about it. I thought about reaching out and saying, I will give you $1,000 for that car. It's got a dud motor in it, but it would make a great project car. And obviously this guy's loading it up right now. And Cletus is in the hire vehicle right there. The boys are heading off. They've had a big week. Sam went 9s today in the truck. George is helping strap down the Corvette. And these guys are heading on back to Florida. There's Mr. Sam in the back of the vehicle. Hey, Sam, well done. Okay, guys, so it's coming up on the end of the day. We're in the lanes to make our final passes with the Fairmont. Zane's put a bit of a tune in it. I'm going to data log it. So we'll see if we can go faster this run, and then give Zane a look at the data log and see if he can find a little bit more time. So hopefully we can get 2 more PBs out of today. That's what I'd like. We'll see how we go. They may shut it off early, because it's 8 o'clock at night now. I don't know what time they're going to go through to, but we're going to keep running until they say stop. So Fairmont's still here. She's still running. We've run some PBs today. Let's try and run some more. So we're just about to make a run. This one's just going to be on the GoPro, unfortunately, because I've got no one to hold the camera for me. So GoPro only. Maybe I can get some footage off the sick crew. We'll see. We'll see how we work that out. But yeah, let's go make a pass. kind of same, 14.67, 98.9. So we're going faster with a mile an hour. So the shift helped, but the 60 foot I think was slightly down because I stalled it up. So stalling it up doesn't seem to be this car's way of going down the track fast. So give it a try. Didn't work. I think I'm just going to do a throttle stomp. So I'm going to take it around again, do a throttle stomp, and see how that plays out. Okay, so we just ran a 14.6 again, but I tried stalling it on the line. I don't think it's actually working for me. So next one's going to be a stomp. I've got the data logger working this time. We're coming down to the end of the game, so this might be the last run. I'm going to try and squeeze in another if I can, but this may be the last run. Hey, another PB. 14.55 at 99.73, nearly got that 100 mile an hour. Put some gears in this thing and it's a solid 13-second car.
1 and 115 left side.
Yeah,
1198 and 109.
potential is there. So that wraps up our 6 Summer 2025 journey. We've made our last run of the week, 14.557 at 99.73, so almost 100 mile an hour. Would have been nice to run a bit faster. Look, I'll be honest, we haven't shown the best of the Barra here. Like, we've done all right. Remember, it has 2.73 gears in the rear. So there's a lot more to be had with a set of gears. If we put 3.7s in this, which are quite common to find, 3.7s would have really woke this thing up, and it would have been, deep into the 13s. 12s still feel a long way away, but we can only work on it. I mean, you know, poor Zane and that are just dealing with whatever information I can give them as I remember it, and, you know, they're trying to do what they can. If we could get some proper data logs and some time to actually get in there and get Zane to do some proper tweaking on it, I think we could get faster. I think we could get it into the 13s with what we got, to be honest. If we could get Zane with doing his full-on tweaks. But it has been a hell of a week. It's been a tough week, and tougher than I care to admit. But what does the future hold? Everyone keeps asking, what are you doing with it? And I'm like, well, if I can convince my wife to let me do this again, we'll come back maybe next year and turbo it and do it properly, all right? Bit more planning. Not that I didn't do any planning, I did a lot of planning. Anyway, we'll get more into that later. I think I need to do a proper wrap-up video on everything that went down and everything that went into the preparation, just to explain a few things, because a lot of people out there going, oh yeah, you didn't plan this very well. I planned it pretty well. We got hit with a lot of stuff sideways, so, you know, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face, and this week really punched us in the face, so it is what it is. So right now, I'm going to go get the U-Haul. We're going to load this thing on the trailer. We're going to go see presentations, see what happens there. Well, I'm not going to get anything, Jesus. But hang out, say my goodbyes, then go find the hotel and collapse into bed and get up sometime in the morning and head back to Minnesota, where the car will stay for the time being. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the series so far. It's been a struggle trying to get all this stuff to you guys day by day. But, you know, we have definitely put in the effort. I think you'll agree. So I'm going to sign off there. We're going to go pack things up and you'll see what happens next on future episodes of Scotty's Garage.